Well, I've just done my predictions for the auto manufacturers that will still be making a profit in 2030 and still be in existence by then. And Volvo is one of them because they're making all the right moves right now. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Great to have you here. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so to get notifications in your feed. Otherwise, you'll miss out. If you've already subscribed and you're back again, fantastic to see you here. Now, I've just done some pretty extensive modeling on the manufacturers I believe will still be around in 2030. The number of car sales they'll each do in the market in 2030, which kind of cars will sell in 2030, and I believe Volvo is definitely going to be one of the players that will still be around. Now, Volvo are actually owned by parent company Geely and work in close relationship with their partners in the industry, Polestar, which Geely also own. Now, Polestar is an all-electric brand, and it seems as though Volvo plans to go all-electric as well by 2030 at the latest. Now, Volvo plans to have at least 50% of its cars EVs only by 2025. What that means is they're not saying this in a lip service kind of way. Many manufacturers say that they want to do this. They want to have 50% of their models electric by 2025. But Volvo is saying 50% of sales, not 50% of models. And there is a very big difference between the two. Volvo plans to have their entire platform electrified by 2024. Every single model will have an electric version, and then they plan on phasing out petrol and diesel vehicles completely by 2030, and I believe they'll probably do it several years before then, based on having a lot more demand for EVs than they do for their petrol vehicles. Now, Volvo has just announced their new XC90 all-electric EV, and I think it's going to be quite an impressive vehicle because it's not like the BMW iX3 or a Mercedes EV, where they just take an old ICE platform and has a transmission tunnel and all the same things that their petrol-powered car has, and they just stick batteries in it. It's not quite that simple, but honestly, that's kind of what they're doing. They're trying to build EVs on the same production line as their petrol and diesel cars. So of course, there's quite a number of compromises involved when you do that. Not one of which is having incredibly long bonnets for engines when there's no engine. I don't think that's a good move. What do you think? Now, only a few days ago, Volvo also confirmed that the XC60 will go all electric as well in 2024. And of course, already on the market is the XC40 Recharge and Polestar, the new Polestar 2. Now, the new XC90 will debut a fleet of state-of-the-art sensors, including LiDAR technology developed by firm Luminar and an autonomous driving system powered by NVIDIA's Drive Orin chipset. Now, don't get ahead of yourself here. They're not saying these cars will be fully autonomous. I'll tell you what they're saying. They say that these new systems will actually combine to allow the car to assist and improve the capabilities of a human driver in safety-critical situations, preventing accidents and saving lives in line with Volvo's focus on safety. This is one reason, guys, why I predict that car sales in 2030 will be dramatically lower than car sales today in 2021. Cars will be much safer, much less likely to crash, and last a lot longer, therefore meaning their replacement rate will be much lower. Now, these new semi-autonomous driving technologies will enable a new highway pilot autonomous system developed in conjunction with Zenseact, which will then be capable of driving the vehicle autonomously when verified safe and legally allowed for individual geographic locations and conditions. Now, who knows when that will be? That might be their 2026 model or that's not going to happen in 2022, obviously. Hakan Samuelsson, who is Volvo Cars' CEO, said, "Volvo Cars is and always has been a leader in safety. It will now define the next level of car safety. By having this hardware as standard, we can continuously improve safety features over the air and introduce advanced autonomous drive systems, reinforcing a leadership in safety." Now, to be honest, Volvo is not the current leader in safety. The current leader is unquestionably Tesla. If you don't like Tesla, it doesn't make any difference to this. It's just the fact Tesla's ratings in total safety ratings in every test that they've been involved in, whether that's in Europe or the United States, has put them in basically number 1, 2, and 3 positions. So Tesla definitely leads on safety, but Volvo does definitely focus on safety, and their cars are very safe. Now, guys, unfortunately, full details of the XC90 are unfortunately a little bit thin on the ground. I don't know what kind of batteries they're using, the power they'll have, the energy density, where the batteries are coming from, etc. When I find out that information, I'll definitely make another video. So the platform is likely to be underpinned by the next generation of the current car's scalable product architecture, SPA, now known as SPA2. Unfortunately, like I said, mechanical specifications are unclear at this stage, though expect a range of single and dual motor powertrain options with driving range claims in excess of probably 600 kilometers in order to be competitive with its BMW and Mercedes offerings. I think this will be probably a much better car to its equivalent Mercedes and BMW offerings. Now, there are rumors that suggest the XC90 will be joined by an even larger XC100, potentially in 2023, which will offer a focus on luxury with 6 or 7 seats and a larger body than the XC90. In addition to that, Volvo will also be releasing the C40 EV. Now, the C40 will be a small coupe-styled SUV catered towards younger buyers, kind of like a sporty looking version of the current XC40 Recharge. Apparently, it's going to share the same grille as the XC40 Recharge P8. However, it will have a sloping roofline and a new taillight design. Now guys, my predictions are that quite a large number of companies will go bankrupt between 2027 and 2040. I don't believe Volvo or Geely will be one of those companies, and I see them being at least moderately successful into the future long term. And that is because they're embracing EVs much more quickly than their competitors in the luxury car segment. Kudos to Volvo for doing this. All signs point to positive results for Volvo in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.